Right, so, Larry, your turn to confess all.
I used to run a market stall...
Yeah.
...that only sold hats for dogs.
Please, team, this shouldn't take long.
Absolute flannel! Flannel!
What year was this?
It was in 19... There we go. 19...
Larry, we're supposed to go. Here we go. Not, you don't do it about yourself.
No, it was in the 1960s.
The 1960s?
Yeah. Yeah.
And this was your own business?
I was a lad. I was still at school.
You were still at school, and you thought, I'm going to hit up the booming dog hat market.
Yeah. I was pretty enterprising lad, I tell you.
Can you give me some...
In Harlow.
What was your top seller?
Harlow. The top seller was a plaid one, funnily enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to ask about sizes, because obviously the sizes of dogs...
There were only 3 sizes.
What were they?
They were, well, small, medium and large.
It's a complex system, Carol.
My key question is, how did a dog keep the hat on?
You put it over its ears.
So you crushed its ears?
No, you don't crush it. No, well, I mean, this was the 60s. You didn't worry about those things anyway. But...
People talk about the 60s ago. In the 60s, it was wild, crazy. I've never heard anyone. It was crazy. We used to crush dogs' ears and we'd think of the monkeys. Honestly, crazy time.
Did you make the hats yourself, or did you buy them from somebody else and then sell them on?
No, they were being made in China.
They were being made in China. So you had links with China, despite the fact you were at school. You're chasing this life.
Was it just dogs' hats?
Yeah. The main item then in the 60s, for some strange reason, in Harlow, was that all they
Only in Harlow?
So, Lee, the moment has now come within the game where you guess whether it's the truth or a lie.
All the evidence seems to suggest
It's a great big fat porky.
Yes. That'd be a good name for one of his hats.
So you're saying it's a lie?
It's got to be a lie.
Lie. It's a lie.
OK. Larry, is it the truth or is it a lie?
It's a lie.
It's a lie. Larry did not run a market stall that only sold hats for dogs. He was far too busy running a kiosk selling cummerbunds to kittens. Joanna, you're next.
I recite my times tables every night before bed.
Why?
Because I've always been rubbish at maths. It just doesn't go in my head. My brain doesn't compute that way. And I can learn loads and loads of lines if I'm acting, but I've never been able to get my times tables in. And I thought, before I die, I want to be able to do my times tables. And also, when you go to a sale and you go shopping, when it says 75% off a dress or 40%, I can't work that out. I know it's thick and I feel embarrassed because I'm sitting next to you and you've got a degree.
I'm a famous mathematician. I'm actually, my secret identity is percentage man.
I thought, I don't want to die and not be able to do my times tables.
Could you recite them now, then?
Before I go to bed, my husband lies next to me and I say, I do them, and then I say,
it's
right,
nice to see the
fire them
romance,
at
isn't
me.
it? I tell you what, dude, it's cold in the valleys, isn't it? Don't worry, I've got a king that'll cheer us up. What'd you start? What's the first one? It's not your 2 times table, is it?
Yeah,
oh
it
my
is.
goodness.
I've gone as far as about my 6, and I get to 7. Don't go in.
What's 7 times 5?
I'm gonna... Oh, God, this is so embarrassing.
35.
35. That is why I'm doing it. That's why I'm learning them.
Yeah, but you might have dyscalculia, like me, so you're not thick.
Have what?
Dyscalculia, same as dyslexia, so that's what I've got.
Oh, yeah, right.
That is
I've got shorterless.
Well, that's true.
Don't you come round here giving it any of that, sweetheart. You'll be barred from this bloody pub, all right?
But that is true, you might have that. You're not thick.
Oh,
If there are
yeah.
any kids watching, you're not thick if you can't add up.
Well, you're a bit thick, aren't you?
Well, I mean, it's a bit late, isn't it?
You're not bright, let's put it like that.
Do you do it every single night without fail? Even if you come in really pissed, you still do it? You're getting on the times table?
Yeah, I still try to do it, yeah.
Are you better? If there's a dress for 80 quid and it says 50% off, will you struggle?
Right, well, this is right. No, that would be £40, wouldn't it? But I've got to check with you when I say it. I can't just say straight off.
What I often find, actually, is in shops, when they take a percentage off the original price, they will also tell you the subsequent price. It's quite a minority of shops make you work it out. If you get it wrong, that's what you pay. Even if it's less than they wanted to charge. They go, I hope we don't get one of those dyscalculus people in. I thought it was 50p. Had to sell it for.
So, Lee, what are you going to say? Is she telling the truth?
What have you cracked? Which one do you think you've...
I've cracked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You mean you've learned how to count? OK, you cracked the ones, the twos...
And I cracked 7 the other night.
Right, give us the 7 times table.
But I can't do it now, I can't remember it. 1 7 is 7. Oh, foul, this is like my worst nightmare. 1 7 is 7, 2 7s are 14, 3 7s are 21, 4 7s are 28, 5 7s, now this is where it all fell. 5 7s are 35, 6 7s are 42, 7 7s are 40, right, this is 49, 8 7s are 54, 52.
Higher.
56.
Okay.
What was that? 9 7s are 56, 10 7s are 70, 11 7s are 77, 12 7s are 84, 88, 92.
Right, so...
Don't talk, it's not the Jeremy Kyle show. 7 times table.
I think this could be a cracking new round.
Lee, is it the truth?
I think it's a lie.
Why do you think it's a lie?
Why would anybody do that at night? That's the last thing you need before you go to bed.
I think it's true.
Patsy thinks it's
Patsy's
true.
going to stick on true.
We'll go with Patsy, though.
All right, then, so, Joe, truth or lie?
That is... true!
Yes, it's true. Actually, Joe, I've got a mental arithmetic problem for you. If you take one husband and recite multiplication tables at him 7 nights a week, how many divorce lawyers will he need? Jade, you're next.
Whenever someone sits down next to me in public, I always say boing out loud just as their bottom hits the seat and then see what happens next.
David's team.
So as they sit down, does it have to be right next to you, or
They have to be able to hear me say it.
Do you say it quietly? Do you say it loud?
I don't think I've ever done anything quietly in my life. Do you want to demonstrate?
Yeah, let's have a go.
I'll demonstrate.
Lee, can you stand?
Just about. What's this for acting?
Boy,
And is it...
No, that
was unusual.
Yeah. Wow. Do you vary the boings according to who's sitting down?
Yes.
What would you do? What would you do for David? Would
Absolutely.
you stand up?
David.
Let's let David sit and just go with the flow here, Jade.
Right, okay.
Okay.
Boing.
What's this perter?
I'm trying to work out which is best.
I know which is best. I think it's very clear which is best.
Oh, yeah. Jade, would you indulge me?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, stand up then.
I am standing up.
Boing.
Is that a Welsh boy?
Yes. It's just quite Welsh, but also quite seductive.
Ellie, what do you think?
I can see it, you doing it. Do you have to be on it? Do you have to be focused? So when someone sits down, they go, boing.
I don't think about it that hard. It's just... it's just if someone...
You can spot the Olympian, can't you? You have to be on it. You have to be focused. I don't really think about it, really. OK, David, it's time to be a captain, to be a leader.
Okay, what do you think?
Real leadership quality, that.
I'd love it to be true, but I think it might be false.
I think, having got to know you, I think this is absolutely credible. I think it's very much the truth.
David?
Well, I was going to say it's probably not the truth, because what she said is that every time someone sits down next to her, she goes boing. And I don't think anyone would do that. OK, we're going to say it's not true, it's a lie.
You're going to say it's a lie. OK, Jade, was it true or was it a lie?
It's a lie.
It's Caroline.
I once went home halfway through a gig I wasn't enjoying, then came back at the end and pretended to my friend I'd been there all along.
Right, David's team. A gig is like a concert or something.
What kind of gig was it?
It was a Genesis gig.
Oh?
When was this, Caroline?
Probably 82 or something like that.
So you were at a Genesis gig in the 80s, which would have been at a stadium, maybe.
Yeah,
Which stadium was it?
Wembley.
Where did you live?
Finsbury Park.
You got out of a stadium and all the way to Finsbury Park and then back to a stadium and in through security.
I didn't get back in. I made my way to the sort of bar-y bit and waited and met my friend.
It's not easy to get from Wembley Stadium to Finsbury Park on the tube. You have to go down the Jubilee line.
Yeah.
And then
There wasn't a Jubilee line, was there?
Yes, there was. That was 1977, the Silver Jubilee.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Wow.
Thank you. I'm so glad that the railway enthusiasts are in.
Tell me, John, if you were to be at a Genesis concert, do you think you'd have the strength of character to leave while they were knocking them out?
I wouldn't be there in the first place.
Why didn't you go to a nearby cafe or pub to wait for your friend?
She could still hear him there.
Yeah. I have no idea what being in Wembley Stadium is like, whether for a gig or for a football match.
You've never been to Wembley?
No.
Oh, man, you ain't living.
What about for the International Railway Convention, didn't you?
OK, what's it going to be?
I feel like it's true.
You think true?
Yeah.
Do you know what? The logistics of getting home and getting back before the end doesn't sit right.
My instinct is it's a lie.
OK.
Say it's a lie.
So we're going to say lie.
They're saying it's a lie. Caroline, was it true or was it a lie?
It's true.
Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. Now, this week, each of Lee's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest, and it's up to David's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, Tony. Right, Kevin, we'll start with you. What is your relationship with Tony?
This is my mate, Tony. We were once questioned by the police for stealing a life-size cardboard cutout of Hugh Grant.
Katie, how do you know Tony?
This is Tony, and he freed me from a vending machine when I got my foot stuck in the push compartment.
Finally, Lee, how do you know Tony?
This is Tony, and until today, I had never met this man before, but the person that was supposed to be doing this tonight didn't turn up. So I grabbed the first person I saw outside the studio.
So there we have it. Kevin's partner in crime, Katie's snack machine saviour, or Lee's stand-in man. Right, David, off you go.
Well, Lee's one is quite difficult to cross-examine, isn't it? So essentially what Lee's saying is, here's Tony, he's a random bloke. But who was supposed to come, Lee?
Well, had it gone to plan today, I would have said, this is Graham, and he's my self-defence instructor, because I'm learning self-defence.
Right. What happened to Graham? Did he get beaten up?
The story I am told is that he hurt his arm this morning during a self-defence class, and then very late in the day, he got in the car to come here and had some turn because of the painkillers he was on and cancelled and said, I can't come.
Well, it's a sad old story.
Yeah. So what was Tony doing here before you found him?
He's a joiner, which is somebody that puts wood together.
Thank you.
I didn't want you thinking he was somebody that just randomly joined clubs.
He's just a very sociable guy.
I'm a joiner. Where are you going? I'm going to join a club.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
The guy buys? Yeah, OK.
Where were you in the complex?
Well, I'm not sure how good this is for national television, but I'll tell you, David. I was just outside that door where some people go out for a cigarette. I think you're aware of that door, David.
I'm aware of the door.
I'm sorry if David's parents are watching to break the news like this. But David occasionally does that.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking cigarettes either.
No. To me, it will always be the heroin door.
What sort of incentive did you offer this good man to come here and make a complete numpty of himself?
Well, answer the man, Rob.
The rejected chuckle brother has got the better of me again.
Okay, well, I mean, I must say, Lee's story is incredibly plausible.
And incredibly tedious.
Yes, I mean, that's why it rings so true.
Kevin, your partner in crime, what did this man do with you?
I think crime's a strong word, Terry, from a man who has got arson in his past. We were questioned by the police, not charged, just questioned for stealing a life-size cardboard cutout of Hugh Grant.
What were you going to do with Hugh Grant?
We'd went to Blockbuster Video, and nothing really caught our eye, except the life-size cardboard cutout of Hugh Grant.
What? Sorry, I didn't understand a word of that.
We went to Blockbuster Video, okay? And nothing caught our eye, Terry.
Finally, he's talking normal.
Exactly.
It shows to every Scottish person if you just made a little bit of effort.
Yeah. So we've seen a life-size cut Hugh Grant on the way out. It was threatening to be a pretty dull evening until we seen this, and we thought we'll steal this and have a laugh on the way back home. And we were walking home, a police car pulled up and said, "Where are you going with Hugh Grant, lads?" The police guy could not see the funny side at all and decided to put him in the passenger seat, put us two in the back and drive. And drive us to the police station to be questioned.
We haven't touched on Katie yet.
No, we haven't.
Yes, you've been told about that, Terry. We told you quite clearly before we started.
Yeah. Where was the vending machine?
It was at Cardiff Central train station.
What did the vending machine vend?
What is this thing you call love, human?
What does it vend? It vended the normal stuff, drinks, chocolate bars.
What were you doing with your foot in the vending machine?
Well, I put the money in.
Yeah.
And I was trying to get a drink, and I could see that it had come out a bit, but not properly.
Yeah.
And after trying to get out with my hands, I tried my foot.
And it got stuck?
Yes.
But was it a little hole or a big slot?
It was like a tray thing.
And how did this fine man help you?
He was working at the train station,
Yeah.
and he's clocked it and came along and said, "Do you want a hand?"
And you said, "We must keep in touch"? Can I have your email address?
We didn't stay in touch, but I knew how to find him.
How did you
Because
find
he's
him?
still working at Cardiff Cardiff Central.
But what I don't understand, right, the
Go
thing's
on.
fallen down.
Yes.
And you're having difficulty getting it out with your hand. Now,
Correct.
hands are basically better than feet.
Yes.
That sort of thing. I wonder why you
do
sort of
that.
think, if the hand can't do it, why is the foot going to develop the knack?
No, my logic was, I tried with the hands, and I thought sort of a kick, brute force, you know, might work instead. That was the logic.
Was it the sort of door? You know, because often the slot at the bottom has got a sort of door, hasn't
Yes,
it?
it had a
I
door.
offered slot and she called it a tray.
Yeah, it's not a tray, is it?
It's not a tray.
A tray would be removable.
This is like good cop, guy by cop.
How did he release the foot? What exactly did he do?
He had a key to open the front bit.
So you just went back and whoa!
Well, what do you think is the most plausible story then, Terry? Do you think it's...
I think, and once again, I may be putting my faith, as indeed I have throughout my life, in a woman.
So you believe Katie?
He looks Welsh.
I think Lee or Kevin. I'm having some
Guys,
difficulty.
I need some consensus.
I'm having trouble picturing the foot lodged in the tray.
So if you're saying you're going towards Lee, you have to then accept that he is having self-defence lessons.
Oh, that's a good point.
Because if, you know...
Why are you getting self-defence lessons?
Well, because my wife decided to take self-defence lessons, and she asked me to come with her. We have private lessons, and he comes round to the house.
Okay, I wasn't expecting it. It was on the NHS.
I've thrown money at the problem.
What are you going to say then, chaps? Is Tony Kevin's Hugh Grant thief? Gosh, crikey, gosh. Katie's vending machine hero or Lee's last resort?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, dear.
I think maybe Kevin. I think I'll go for Kevin.
And you think it's Katie? I don't know. So I'm going to say we think it's Katie.
OK. Tony, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Tony, and me and Kevin did steal a life-size Hugh Grant cutout.
Were there any charges?
No, it was a caution.
And you're proud of it, aren't you? I can see that there's a real pride in your face. You feel you should have a Duke of Edinburgh award, don't you? Thank you very much, Tony.
Well, it looks
So, Johnny, what is Johnny to you?
This is Johnny, and we once pretended to be members of Take That to get backstage at a gig.
Right. Johnny's boy band buddy. Anna, how do you know Johnny?
This is Johnny, and it's my fault that he had to climb a mountain twice in one day.
Right. Anna's unhappy hiker. And finally, Lee, your relationship with Johnny.
This is Johnny. At school, we both fell victim to Brian Pimento's infamous biscuit con.
So there we have it. David, where would you like to begin?
Johnny, what did you do with him? You snuck backstage?
Well, we didn't sneak.
Yeah.
What we did is we convinced an ignorant promoter in the early days of Take That that we would Take That. We didn't only snuck backstage, we wanted to go on as Take That.
Did you? And you said that you were actually in the band?
We said that we were the band. We were at a local county show, and we decided it would be a good idea. Take That had just released It Only Takes a Minute Girl. So
which is an unusual brag.
And they weren't that well known, so they booked them cheap, and we decided to just chance our arm and pretend that we were them.
And which particular member, because I'm struggling here to think who it would be.
This was a stroke of genius. Johnny told them that, like, every boy band needs one that's, like, everyone thinks they stand a chance with, and that was me. You always need one in the band that you think, yeah, I could.
Yeah. and that, Rob, is why we have you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So where was this?
At a big show.
Well, a big show, that's not very specific.
Oh,
you said it was at a county show.
Yeah, right.
I'm imagining there's a lot of livestock being sold and displayed. But
it wasn't that far.
Right.
Because before we were due to go on stage, they just judged the best rabbit.
I can totally imagine a kind of event where early in the evening they judge the best rabbit and then Take That comes on. But just in case not everyone can picture it, can we have some details?
It was St Helens.
What county is St Helens in?
Merseyside, and yet with the Cheshire postcode. Sort that out.
When was this, Johnny?
It was a big show. It was a big show.
Johnny, what happened? Did you get up onto stage?
No, what we did is we turned up and announced ourselves as Take That.
Yes, but there's only two of you.
He was better looking at the time. You know, marriage and running a pub hadn't ravaged him. And we turned up and just announced that we were Take That.
And how far did you get with it?
We got backstage. They were running late, so we were going to go on as Take That.
Right.
And there was only one guy who, outside of myself, who'd seen the video.
Yeah.
And just as they were about to announce us on, he ran up and told us to get out.
All right. Who would you like to question next?
OK. First question, Anna. Is what Johnny's saying true? The fact that you're considering it is bad news for your story. But can you remind us of your story? Something about a mountain twice.
Yes, it's my fault. He had to climb a mountain twice in one day.
Which was the mountain?
It's called Cat Bells.
Anyone heard of a mountain called Cat Bells?
It sounded like she was trying to say Kathmandu and forgot the rest. Cat Bells.
Where's Cat Bells?
It's this country, my love. It's near Keswick in the Lake
District. In the Lake District.
What was Johnny? Was he like with you on a trip? Was he your guide, or was he like an ambulance person?
Has it got to be one of the three?
I'm giving options.
OK, well, don't go through them all. We'll be here all day. Was he a fireman? Was he a postman? Was he a friend of your cousin or your cousin's friend? Was he your Uncle Pete or your Uncle Bob or your Auntie Pauline? Or just, you could use another system. Who was he?
Who was he?
Who was he?
Johnny's my friend.
Why was he and were you going up Cat Bells?
Because it was like an anniversary, friend group anniversary. Leave the children at home, get on the bits, but earn the things and do a bit of exercise.
Get on the bits and earn the things. She's making perfect sense. Get on the bits and earn the things.
What do you mean?
Have you had a bang on the head? Get on the bits and earn the things, isn't it? What?
So
what are you talking about?
Yes, yeah. Lee's question. Please answer Lee's question.
We're marking 25 years of friendship.
Right.
To earn the night out.
This is the exercise that you're doing to justify getting drunk later.
Yeah.
And you go up Cat Bells.
Yep.
Tired, nice view. You go down Cat Bells. Why do you make him go up again?
Because I realised that I had lost my phone and presume my phone is at the top.
How long does it take to get up Cat Bells?
About 2.5 hours.
Good Lord.
So I'm having a little, episode, a weep and a cry, and Johnny volunteers to go back up and get it.
Right.
And is that because Johnny fancies himself as Wolverine?
I've not seen those films. Is he a great phone fetcher?
Neither have I, but he's very Hugh Jackman.
Have you not seen that film, David? Wolverine phone fetcher?
I think it's more that he's a very kind person, and I know a few things about Johnny, so...
So a mixture of goodwill and blackmail.
Yeah, I'm hasten to add, when Johnny was in my life, in my story, he was a very generous person. He always went out of his way to help.
In my story, he's an intolerable pillock.
So he goes back up to get the phone, then what happens?
And then I realised the phone is on my person. Johnny came back down and said, I'm so sorry I couldn't find it. And then I just said, oh dear, and kept hidden that I actually had it.
And when did you come clean?
Last New Year.
How did Johnny react when you told him?
He was pretty good-natured. He likes exercise.
All right, now what about Lee's story? So, just remind us, Lee, what it is you're trying to convince us of.
This is Johnny, and when we were at school, we both fell victim to Brian Pimento's biscuit con.
Who is Brian Pimento, and what was his biscuit con?
Good question. Brian Pimento was a kid in our school who was a few years older than me and Johnny.
So how old were you at this point?
11 or 12.
And what was his biscuit con?
Well, he approached us in the playground and said, hello, boys, I've hidden a biscuit. Do you want to find it? He said that his dad worked for McVitie's as a lorry driver.
Yes.
And that he could get us a whole tin of assorted biscuits each. Ooh. Those big Christmassy ones with 3 layers.
And what did you have to do to get these?
Well, he said, so if your parents smoke and you can take some cigarettes from them and give them to me, I'll exchange it for 2
big tins of triple-stacked, Christmas-assorted biscuits.
How many cigarettes did he require for those biscuits?
5 each.
That's a good deal.
For who?
For, I would say for you.
Yeah.
David,
let's talk.
You stole 5 and Johnny stole 5 from his parents?
Didn't ask where he got his from.
OK.
You never ask questions with these sort of things. I said to him, where'd you get your cigarettes from? And he went...
I thought you said you never ask questions with these sorts of things.
No, that's what I learned when I said, where'd you get your cigarettes from?
So this was the next day, you turn... Is it?
No, that evening.
That evening?
Meet us in the woods.
Nice and specific.
Meet us in the woods tonight and...
Dun, dun, dun.
And bring your keyboard.
What happened?
What happened?
He came, and we thought he'd be on his own, like he was when he offered us the deal. From the bushes, 3 lads appeared either side of him. He took the cigarettes, he said thank you, and then they all started laughing their heads off at us.
Oh,
shame. And said,
Lee.
Ain't no biscuits, son.
All right, well, we need an answer. Is Johnny Johnny's boy band buddy, Anna's unhappy hiker, or Lee's scammed schoolmate?
What do you think?
I think it's Anna's hiker. I think that's the one that has the biggest ring of truth for me.
Lee's story was, you know, fine. But the thing is, you and Johnny are not the same age.
Don't listen to her, Johnny. She's being very rude to you.
I see a lot of myself in Anna. And I would have gone up a mountain for bits. So I believe that side of it, and I think...
So you both think it's Anna.
What are you thinking, David?
We're going to go with Anna.
OK. Yeah. Right. So, Johnny, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Johnny, and Johnny and I pretended to be members of Take That.
Yes, Johnny is Johnny's boy band buddy. Thank you very much, Johnny. Rory, who is Jamie to you?
This is Jamie, and after a mix-up in a tattoo parlour, we now have each other's tattoo.
Daisy, how do you know Jamie?
This is my ex-boyfriend, Jamie, and I used to put sleeping pills in my parents' tea so I could sneak him into the house.
And finally, Lee, what is your relationship with Jamie?
This is Jamie. While staying at an Airbnb, I mistook him for an intruder and attacked him with a whisk.
So, there we have it. David's team, where would you like to begin?
Daisy, when did you go out with Jamie?
When I was about 14, 15.
Where did you get the sleeping pills?
My mother had them to get to sleep.
What was the drug?
It was just regular kind of night-old sleeping pills.
I don't know.
Over the counter?
Over the counter.
But they weren't prescription. They weren't like some hardcore thing from a doctor. So you were trying to get them just to nod off a little bit earlier than they would have done.
Yes.
What sort of time would you administer the dose?
So I would administer, especially when they're watching Inspector Morse. So I'd say, "Can I make you a cup of tea?" They'd say, "Yes, please," and I'd be in the kitchen putting them in the...
How many times did you do this? How often did you do this as a tactic?
I think for the duration of our relationship.
Which was?
About a year.
What was it about Jamie that was so unacceptable to your waking parents?
Because he was a very angry goth. And he didn't treat me very well.
See, I wasn't necessarily assuming that your parents didn't approve of the relationship, just that they didn't approve of you, the thought of you holding hands with him.
No.
Did you think you were coming on Jeremy Kyle?
So, you've drugged your parents. What happens next?
Then they go to sleep.
What, in the chair?
No, they say...
And you say, "Come on in, you come, my lover, don't worry about them, they're out for the count."
They say, strangely, this episode of Inspector Morse doesn't seem as gripping as normal. Let's get an early night. Who cares who did it?
They get very tired watching the show. They poodle off up to bed. At this point, he's finished work at the Chinese restaurant, so I sneak him round the back gate.
And because he's a goth, he's very well camouflaged in the dark.
Then Mum goes to bed, and we just listen to Iron Maiden very quietly and write goth poetry together.
I've never heard that euphemism.
No.
But... OK, and this happened for about a year, and were your parents unaware of the relationship altogether?
No, because they woke up once. And...
You hadn't got the chloroform and the hanky.
So they woke up, and my mum walks into the room to find some black goth hair on my pillow and says, "Paul," which is my dad, "get down here now. Daisy's smuggled in Jamie. Kick him out of the house and say something responsible." So my dad said, "Get out my house, you pillock."
OK, now then, what about Rory?
OK, so Rory, what was going to be your tattoo, and what tattoo did you end up with?
I wanted a tattoo of a crescent moon. Quite classy.
Yeah.
Instead... Easy. Instead, I got a picture of Popeye's face.
And where?
Just there on my left shoulder blade.
Have you still got it?
Yes.
And how did the mix-up occur?
We were on holiday in Thailand together. Bit of a lads booze up. One thing led to another. We all got a bit merry, shall we say. And I don't think it was Jamie's idea. I think it's probably Sam, my other friend, who said, "Let's all get tattoos."
Yeah, that sounds like Sam. That's a kind of...
It's a very Sam thing to do.
Yeah.
When was this, Rory?
Late 2000s.
The late 2000s?
Sorry, early 2000s, my bad.
The early 2000s?
Yes. Well, the late 2000s would be nearly 1,000 years. A long time in the future.
So, you're in Thailand.
Yeah.
Talk us through the tattoo parlour. Where was it situated?
Koh Phangan. So you fly in, you get to Bangkok, and then I think...
If you're lucky.
And then you travel to Koh Phangan, and there's this little parlour, and they're used to tourists coming in all the time, and they have multiple beds, if I remember correctly.
How classy.
And not that kind of establishment. And then you choose out of a book what you want.
Yeah.
And then you kind of go...
I know what a book is.
I'll have the number 4, Jamie wanted the number 5, or whatever.
With rice,
it was.
or...?
Not that kind of establishment.
Okay.
And then
So it is neither a restaurant nor a brothel. The kind of establishment it is a tattoo parlour with beds and a low standard of administrative competence.
You'd have gone out a storm on this stag weekend, David.
Rory, how long was it before you realised the mistake?
Immediately. Yeah, you stand up, there's a mirror there, you go like that. And there wasn't a picture of a classy crescent moon, there was a picture of Popeye's face with the pipe and everything.
Who was more upset by this outcome, you or Jamie?
Me, by far.
Right.
Absolutely. He's now got a classy crescent moon on his back. I've got Popeye. Are you not following this?
OK, now then, what about Lee? Remind us, Lee, of your claim.
So this is Jamie, and while staying in an Airbnb, I mistook him for an intruder, and I attacked him with a whisk.
OK. And where was the Airbnb?
The Airbnb was in Rye.
And why were you staying in an Airbnb in Rye?
Because I like to get away from my family, full stop. No, I like to go away and write and just get some peace and quiet, so I go away for 2 or 3 days, occasionally, very occasionally.
Why did you
Get married in the first place? I don't know. I've asked myself every day the same question.
Why did you choose a whisk over a knife?
Well, as you may know, that a lot of people that are attacked in their home are often attacked with their own weapons, because what they do is they take a weapon, like a hammer, and they go, "Get out of my house," and then the burglar panics, and then he grabs the hammer, and a fight ensues, and then the person ends up getting injured. So when I opened the drawer, I had to make a selection. And I couldn't go knife for the reasons I've just explained. I looked at big rolling pin. I could get attacked with that. But you can't go the other way either. You can't pick up the Mr. Men jelly mould. And I had to find out what was the perfect middle ground between... It looks aggressive and offensive, but I think it'll be all right if he tries to hit me with it. What's the most he's going to do? Mess my hair up?
You wouldn't want a knife, you wouldn't want to kill him. You'd have a whisk, you could just beat him.
You beat with a fork, you whisk with a whisk.
The applause begs to differ. Let's set the scene. Paint a more vivid picture for us.
It was daytime.
It was daytime?
Yeah. I mistook him for an intruder because I subsequently found out that on the email that was sent by the person who owned the house, they said, oh, by the way, someone's coming, whatever it was, Saturday afternoon to have a look at the wood-burning stove. I hope that's OK. They'll only be 20 minutes or whatever. So I was asleep, and it was about midday, something like that, and I hear a noise downstairs. And then he starts playing around with the wood-burning stove.
Oh, no.
And I get worried. I think someone's down there.
Because the noise is sort of...
sorry, well, you are Welsh. Are you asking me the time? And so I go downstairs and I see this figure. I panic. And I was going to say, get out, or else. I don't know what I was thinking. I just ran at him.
I'll whip you to a soft peak.
Oh, I definitely didn't say that to him. No, never say that to a strange man in your house, David. And I whacked him on the back really hard, just kept whacking him and whacking him.
You hadn't previously challenged him or asked him why he was there. You just went straight in and battered him with a hand whisk.
I just panicked and I was
just straight in, went to the kitchen, got the hand, batter.
No, there's no batter involved.
We need an answer. So David's team, is Jamie Rory's branded buddy, Daisy's smuggled sweetheart, or Lee's innocent intruder?
What do you think, Diane?
Well, I'm not sure about Nighthall. I don't think it's that strong. So I think Daisy's lying.
Yeah.
How old do you have to be to know about Popeye?
Oh, that's...
Because I think...
Why would he pick... Yeah.
It doesn't ring true.
OK.
You know that if it's not Daisy and not Rory, that means it's Lee.
That's right. Can't be Lee.
So, what's it going to be, David?
I think it's Daisy.
You think it's Daisy?
I could be persuaded that it's Daisy.
We'll go with Daisy.
You're going to say Daisy? Yeah. Jamie, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Jamie, and I used to sneak into Daisy's house.
Well done, guys. Yes, Jamie is Daisy's smuggled sweetheart. Of course, this is not something you should ever do, putting sleeping pills in someone's tea. And thank you very much, Jamie.
I once accidentally made my nan eat something she shouldn't have.
Ooh. Made your nan eat something... What was that thing?
It was a toenail.
Ouch! True, let's just move on.
I need to ask a question. Is your nan still alive?
She is.
Yeah.
Well, you sounded rather regretful there, Lenny. Are you keen to get rid of the old bat?
He's just making... It is June we're recording this, and this is going out at Christmas. He's just hedging his bets.
Yeah. Can we just do different takes? Just say one no, she isn't, and then one she is.
Okay.
Just we have both options.
Is your nan still with us?
No.
I don't think we should do the version whilst Rusty's laughing. Is she not alive? No.
And where are we?
We are in my... I'm weird now. We're in my bedroom.
You're at home in your bedroom?
Yeah.
And what happens?
Sorry, I thought it was very funny the way you said, where are we? You said, in my bedroom, and you changed it to, so you're
Yes,
in your bedroom?
I did.
I'm not there anymore. Carry on now.
That's absolutely
That's
right.
what happened, wasn't it? I'm not going to say the wee thing again. Why are we in your bedroom? I'm confused, man, in your bedroom again.
Get out, Rob, get out.
Just to be clear, I'm not in Lenny's bedroom, and I never have been. Have I, Lenny?
For legal reasons, no.
So, you're in your bedroom with your nan. What happened next?
Just had an operation in March on my back and sitting on my bed, and I realised my nails look a bit long on my toes. So I cut them. Basically, I had a Reese's Pieces packet. So I'd put the nail in the packet. My nan's come to visit me after my operation. Then said, oh, I like Reese's.
All right, it's time to make a choice here, David.
OK. I'm trying to read your mind, as you rightly tell, so try and keep still. OK, I think it's true.
They think it's true. Lenny, was it true or was it a lie?
You can read minds well, it's true.
For a summer, I worked at a funeral director's that offered themed funerals.
What's a themed funeral? Give us an example of a theme.
Well, you can have a medieval one.
How does a medieval funeral work?
You have it when you're 26.
Well, there was a king and queen. Right. Obviously.
Who are the king and queen? The sort of the departed parents?
The nearest people to the person who's died.
They dress up?
Yes, they dress up.
Oh, I see, so it's not just the dead person, everyone's got to be into medieval.
The people who are alive are dressed up and the dead person's dead. He doesn't know.
We've had medieval. Could you give me 3 others?
There was a Valentine's Day massacre one.
Oh, come on!
True.
What did that tell us, that?
Actually called Valentine's Day Massacre.
It's called the Blue Parrot.
What?
Well, the Blue Parrot is the name of the supposed club that all the people...
They're all believing it now, look at that.
The St Valentine's Day Massacre was an atrocity. Why a funeral is depressing enough? Why would you want to make it more depressing?
It's not me personally, it was on the list.
What was beyond the pale? Like, if I came and said I want a cannibal-themed funeral...
There was one who came and wanted all the people to be serial killers.
But dressed as different serial
realised you said I genuinely thought you said cannon and ball. What are you talking about? He's dead! He is dead!
Did you ever get a point where there was, like, another regular funeral going on at the same time and maybe they were slightly upset to look over and see people in zany It's a Knockout costumes burning a corpse into the ground?
It was only ever crematorium, it wasn't ever burials. So it was quite private.
What if they said, before the crematorium, he was a big fan of Bonfire Night, can you stuff it with fireworks, Catherine wheels, the lot, and then when it goes behind the curtain, pin the coffin to a wall and watch it spin round as a flame spins round.
So, Lee, what are you saying?
Do you
What's
know
the
what?
decision?
I'm getting genuinely annoyed by this, because I know we've got to say it's a lie. Because if we say true and it's a lie, everyone at home is going to be going, what? How could that possibly be true? And then there's a massive voice in my head going, this is true.
I know exactly what you're saying.
Really? Yeah, there is.
But I just... The St Valentine's Day Massacre!
I know it sounds ludicrous.
Lee Mack, make a decision. What is
We
it?
go for common sense.
Yeah, it's a lie. Let's not look stupid.
All right, go on. We'll say it's a lie.
Saying it's a lie. OK, Reese, fact or fiction?
It is... lie.
It is indeed a lie. Reese didn't used to work at a funeral director's that offered themed funerals. Actually, I plan to put my ashes, while still hot, in one of those council wheelie bins. That'll show them. What is Jerry to you?
This is Jerry, and he was the policeman who came to investigate when I was heard screaming during a Christmas game of Twister.
Right. Sean's concerned copper. James, how do you know Jerry?
This is Jerry. He's the fireman who every Boxing Day soaks me with water during a festive game of squirt.
Right. James's fireman friend. And finally, Lee, what's your relationship with Jerry?
This is Jerry. He's the paramedic who ticked me off last Christmas after I landed my drone in his ambulance.
David's team, where to begin?
Sean, you were playing Twister.
Yep.
What was the occasion?
It was in between Christmas and New Year, and me and my family had gone away and rented a cottage.
And why did you scream?
Because I think I had my left hand on red and right foot on green.
Tricky.
And we'd all had a few drinks, and...
What was the time? What time of day?
Oh, it was evening.
Right.
It was evening. I'd say about 10:30ish.
Okay.
And my uncle fell on my face and I screamed. And you would scream, wouldn't you? You would scream.
Was he a friendly uncle?
Very friendly.
If you've been affected by any of the issues raised in tonight's show, there is a website you can visit.
It wasn't a horrific scream. It was fun. I was having fun. I was just a bit hysterical.
Could you reproduce it, Sean? Could an actress of your stature reproduce it for us now? Imagine, Lee, is this uncle who's a little too friendly. You're never that happy when he turns up, no matter how many presents you think, oh, it's Uncle Lee. Oh.
I like the way that you said she's a good actress, so she could play the part of the screamer, but I could just play the untoward uncle naturally.
So, there you are. Why don't you demonstrate the twister? James, what are you doing?
Playing the twister mat.
It wasn't a scary scream. It was like a... because I was having fun scream.
How did the neighbour next door hear it if it was just a little scream?
Did the uncle let out anything as well? Did
I certainly did not.
So what happens then? So suddenly there's a knock on the door.
Yeah.
And what happens when Jerry arrives?
Well, we're all just having fun at this point. We've all had a few drinks. We all invite Jerry in, see if Jerry wants a sherry. He was really lovely about it.
Right. So is there a police station in this village? And they're all on duty at Christmas week, are they?
There's always got to be a policeman on duty. Somewhere.
To look out for madmen like you pushing donkeys down lanes. Now, what about James?
OK, James.
Just remind us, James, what it was that you said.
Jerry is the fireman who every Boxing Day soaks me with water during a festive game of squirt.
Oh.
OK. What's going on?
Squirt is a game.
Is it?
Yeah. 2 teams of firemen.
OK, so that's... For a game of squirt, the first thing you need is 2 teams of firemen.
And they go either side of a river.
Yeah.
And you get a rope, and you tie it up in a tree at one side of the river, and then you run it along and you tie it to a tree at the other side of the river.
Yeah.
But before you've tied it to the other side, you thread a barrel across it.
Of course you do.
Just thread a barrel.
Yeah. What if there's a fire in the local area during the lengthy setup for a game of squirt?
Well, he's not... They can't put out fires anyway. He's only volunteer.
Sorry?
They're just a volunteer fire brigade. They're not allowed to put out fires.
What are they allowed to do? Just look at them?
They are permitted to pick up litter.
Where do they get the fire engines and everything from then?
Their fire engine's an old one. It's more like a ice cream van that's painted red.
The volunteers, do they have the uniforms?
No. The Kettering Volunteer Fire Brigade have a T-shirt, and it has an emblem on it of a fire being put out by a beer.
Talk us through the rules of squirt.
OK. You get the barrel to the middle of the rope, right in the middle of the rope, and then both teams aim their hoses at it.
Are the volunteer firemen allowed real water, or do they just mime it?
No, they're allowed water, they just can't aim it at a fire.
OK.
If there was a fire, they would have to turn the hose off.
Right.
So what happens next?
Someone's like, go! And then they both turn their hoses on and they aim it at the barrel. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to get the barrel, trying to squirt it along the rope so it gets to the opposition side of the bank. and all the water is hitting this barrel, and we're standing on the bridge. Getting soaked.
Yeah.
And then you walk home going, good squirt this year.
Right, now then, what about Lee?
How did you come to land the drone in Jerry's ambulance?
We have this really weird tradition in our house where we like to keep dry. And so I thought, what I'll do is I'll fly my drone, but I'll stay in the house. And the window was open, and I thought...
The window was open because it was a very hot Boxing Day.
The window was open. The window was open because my wife always has the heat on very high over Christmas, and I'm not a fan of radiators, so I opened the window. Yeah. And I was practising in the bedroom, and I thought, I'm so in control of this, rather than go downstairs and fly it, I'm just going to go straight out the window.
Was the drone a Christmas present?
The drone was a Christmas present, correct.
Who gave you a drone for Christmas?
Not you, because you got me nothing.
Yeah.
It was my wife.
Your wife got you... It's a very romantic present. A drone.
She's heard me say it to her a lot during the year. Drone.
Why was there an ambulance there? Had your wife called it as a precautionary measure?
The ambulance was actually the house over the road, and as I was flying the drone, I looked over, and a man was carried out on a stretcher. And I think, can't quite see what's going on, but I thought I'll have a little look at that. And my drone has a camera attached to it, so I fly my drone over. That's getting closer and closer. You know, I'm getting quite a good...
It can help, I think, when someone's just had a heart attack or something. Something shocking or strange can really helps them really get it together.
I thought so. And so I was watching it and I thought, this is interesting. And then he gets put in the back of the ambulance and the doors stay open and Jerry goes in the back. I thought, I'll have a little look, see what's going on. So I get a bit closer. And now I'm hovering just outside the back doors.
Yeah.
And I pushed forward a little bit too much. And the drone went straight into the back of the ambulance, striking Jerry on the back.
This presumably hurt Jerry because the rotors of a drone are very fast.
Yeah, he was a good 3 or 4 inches taller than this last year.
So Jerry spots you leaning out of your bedroom window with a remote control. What does he then do?
Oi! I said, give me my drone back! I can't really repeat what he said on television.
Okay, he swore.
Because... No, he's French and I don't understand French.
We need an answer. So, David's team. Is Jerry Sean's concerned copper, James's fireman friend, or Lee's peeved paramedic?
Oh, I don't. I mean...
I think it's James's.
You think it's James's?
Yeah.
I think it's Sean.
I mean, I think we're agreed Lee is lying.
Yeah.
The question is it James or Sean?
I think it's a mate of James's from the pub who was a volunteer fireman.
I'm not happy about this. Because my instinct is that James is telling the truth.
Right.
But I know what that's saying publicly. I know what I am then believing. I'm believing a game that is played across a river between volunteer firemen with a souped-up ice cream van and squirting a barrel in which the locals come and stand and watch in just the place where they get splattered with water.
What's it going to be?
I think it's James.
You're going to go with James?
Yeah. Go on,
Jerry,
I'm saying it's James.
Would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Jerry, and I'm a volunteer fireman who soaks drains on Boxing Day.
Oh, Jerry?
Yes, Jerry is James's fireman friend. Thank you very much, Joe.
For my first term at university, I rented the bathroom in a student house and slept in the bathtub every night.
Lee? Greg?
Yes?
Before we even start this, can you stand up?
There'll be no... Unless David stands up with me, there'll be no perspective.
David? In fact, let's have proper perspective. Connie, can you stand up? You know the question.
Yeah.
What's the answer?
Well, I just hung off the end of the bath. As I hang off every single bed that I've ever slept in.
No. You definitely don't hang off a bath. Like you hang off a bed. Because a bed go like that, and then you hang off.
Yeah.
You'd have to go up and cross and hang off. You're tall, but you're not a snake, Greg.
The thing what actually drove me to change my circumstances was that I was bruising the side of my cheek regularly by waking up in the morning and clanging into one of the taps.
Can I ask why on earth you would sleep with your head at the tap end? That is mad.
Yes. Well, you know, I was 18 years of age and I mainly lived off Thunderbird wine, so bad decisions were my forte at that period.
So did you have a bed in the house? Did you? Oh, so that was the reason you was in the bath.
There was a.
Well, why do you think he was in the bath?
I chose to, Phil, yeah.
How many other people were there in the flat?
3.
3 people, what, 3 beds?
Yeah.
Why would you not sleep on the floor next to the bath?
We had a giant 1970s sofa that had a peculiar corner unit, and I took both cushions from that corner unit and they fitted in the bath perfectly, and it was incredibly comfortable.
So hang on, it wasn't a freestanding bath?
A roll top?
Yeah, was it a roll top freestanding bath?
It wasn't a freestanding bath, but the end of the bath projected out into the room.
Where was this, Greg? Which town were you? Was this Oxford or Cambridge?
It was in Isleworth in West London. It was only because of a mix-up in housing agreements. We soon sorted it out after a term. I only had to do it for a term.
What was the mix-up?
I'd agreed to move in with these 3 guys and we got the wrong size house.
Hang on, that's not a mix-up, that's just stupidity. There was 4 of you, and you got a 3-bedroom house with a bit of a mix-up,
The boys blamed me, which is why I got the bath.
Why did they blame you?
Because I was the one who booked the house.
How did you get into university?
So, Lee, what are you thinking?
Marcus?
I think it's too preposterous to be true.
The taps for me, you don't. If you're going to sleep in a bath, you don't put your head up the tap.
I think it might be true, but I'm not going to
Oh, well, you're the skip. You've got the armband, son.
I might be the
Do
skip.
you get armbands if you're a captain?
Only if you can't swim.
I'm telling you, I don't know if this is in the spirit of this game, this is true.
That was sufficiently moving. I'm going with it. I'm saying it's true now.
What are you saying, Skippy?
Should we say true?
True.
Not Skippy, Rob, not Skippy. I'm not going to go and go and fetch help. I'm a skip.
Someone's fallen into a mine shaft.
We're going to go for true.
Go on, mate.
True. Change it to true. We're going for true.
You're saying it's true. Greg Davis, were you telling us the truth or were you telling a lie?
Do you feel, David, any sense of genuine competition in this game?
Yes, I do, yeah.
Then I think you're going to like me very much. It was a lie.
Yes, it was a lie. Greg didn't sleep in his bathtub every night for his first term at university.
Yeah, I once guessed the exact number of sweets in a Mini Cooper and was awarded a prize by Britain's tallest man.
How many sweets were in that car?
Yep. I can't remember, actually.
Oh, when was this?
I would have been about 11.
Can you give us a ballpark figure?
It was something in the sort of 4,000 area, because they were quite... They were quite big. I don't think they were...
4,000 sweets in a Mini Cooper?
I don't think they were real sweets. They were probably, like, fake big sweets.
Right. What sweet were they?
What tipped you off to make you think that they was fake?
They just looked too big for a mouth.
If they're that big, you said about that big?
Quite big, yeah. I don't know, yeah.
So they had massive fake sweets in a Mini Cooper?
Yeah.
I'm very suspicious of your story.
Yes, you can't remember the amount, you can't remember the size. And where was this? Any recollection of the country? Or...
Yeah. It was at Brent Cross Shopping Centre, and I won £100.
What?
That was the prize.
£100?
£100.
What year was this?
Oh. 83, something around there?
Late 80s and 83. Do you know, one bit of advice, don't ever try and make it in politics. You haven't got a chance.
And he knows. I sense you're edging ever closer to a decision.
What are we going to say, Ken?
He's lying.
Not that tough, then. Reginald?
My first instinct to say that that's too fantastic of a story to have ever happened to anybody. But then I think, you look like you might do anything. I'm gonna go with yeah.
I don't know who to go with. Reginald with his suave charm. Or you. I'm going to go with Ken here and say that you are, in fact, not telling the truth.
You're saying it's a lie. OK. So, Steve Mangan, truth or fiction?
It is, in fact, the truth.
No!